Hello. I realized that you don't know HTML or CSS. So I'm gonna show you fast how you can adapt your Me page. Also, it's a requirement here somewhere. There you go. Requirement 2 in the first assignment. Adapt Me HTML and About HTML with additional HTML and CSS. This video is becoming a crash course in those two techniques. So we have a web page. This is the default, the one you copy from the example folder. And all the websites are based on these two languages. At least as a base. We have HTML is for the structure of a web page. Where should the image be? Where should the header be? And the navbar and text and such. Structure. CSS, it's cascading style sheets. It's there we put everything about how it's supposed to look. How big is the picture gonna be? What line space do we want in a text? Which background color do we want? And so on. Nowadays, all the web pages also have JavaScript or Python and everything. But for this, HTML and CSS. The main part we want when you adapt it is that you can look at the language and see, okay, if I change this variable, I get another background color or something like that. And we want you to write about yourself in the text. This is one of my colleagues, Michael, and he as a kid. So I would prefer if you change picture to a picture of you or something you like. And you write some text about you, where you're from, hobbies, etc. It's as I mentioned in another video, it's fun for us to read who you are. Okay, we have this in the example folder and then report and me.html. So I open the report folder in my text editor here. You can see here, report. I have 3 folders, image, JavaScript and style. You don't have to worry about the JavaScript folder. Pretend it's not there. There were 3 pages. About.html, me.html and report.html. So if we look here in the browser, we can see we have the navbar, we have me, we have redovisning, it's called report. And the link is wrong. That should work. Report.html. And we have about. Here you should change this to English. About. Okay? The text is in Swedish, but it doesn't matter because you're gonna change it. You're gonna remove it. So if we start with this one. I don't have a picture on this computer, but we can perhaps we can Google a penguin image. Then we have to change so I am allowed to use it. I want that penguin. I want to view it. Oh, that's a long URL. Perhaps we copy the image location. Okay. Now back to the files. We look in me.html. It's the first front page. From the top, the I don't know it in English. Vinkel, these. There we go. Between those, we write our HTML tags, it's called. Remember, HTML is for the structure. It's a hypertext markup language, HTML. This one, it just tells the whole document it's HTML that's coming. The browser is reading this. And then we have Swedish, and this is mostly for Google and search engines, because they traverse all the web pages and looking for tags. What's this about? Which language is this? Etc. So it's gonna categorize this page as Swedish. Perhaps you want it in English, then you put EN. Then we have a head block, and the head tag you don't see. It's structure instructions for the page. The first one is we want to use the UTF-8 charset. The next one is the title. It's the top we have up here. We can change that in the title. Me page in Unix course. I save, go back, and I reload. Then you can see it changed. Me page in Unix course. Okay. The next one is a link to the style sheet. This is the important one of these. The href, it references to a file, and in this case it's located in style, and the file's name is style.css. So we look here in style, and here we have style.css. So far so good. We have the file. We're gonna go back there in a moment. First we have body. In the body tag, it ends down here. You see a backslash body, that's the end of body. Backslash HTML, the end of HTML. Okay, you don't have to learn this, okay? The body is what we see in the page. And we do see a header with a nav bar. So it's a header tag, followed, and inside it, nested, we have a nav bar, a nav tag. And it's 3 links. And remember, those don't work out of the box because the file names are in English and these are in Swedish. So redovisning, we're gonna change to report. And about. Okay, so in the first portion of the link, we have where are we supposed to go? Where is the link? And all the links are in the same folder, so just write the file name. In the middle, we have the name, what it's gonna be called here. I can reload, and we get the English ones. And it ends with backslash A, end of anchor tag. And this one is just for show here between the pipe. Okay, then we have article. It's only for structure and for Google as well. H1 is the biggest header there is. We have H2, H3, all the way down to H6, which is a small header. Here, perhaps me page in the course Unix, or something like that. Write whatever you want. The P tag is a paragraph, it's text, and if we use this one, followed by a \p, we get automatically line breaks, as you can see here, paragraphs. We can skip all that, and then we just change something in the first paragraph. Hi, my name is Kenneth. I am 37 years old and I live in Karlskrona. I work at BTH, teaching different courses. Something like that. But you write about you and not about me. The image, as I said, you don't have to use an actual image of yourself if you don't want to. I'm happy if you do, because then I get a face on you. We don't even have to have the picture locally. Instead, I copied the link to the image, the penguin, in the source part. I go back. It was so long, the link. You see orange parts? They are HTML attributes. So the source is an attribute to the image tag. Okay? The source, where do we find the image? We have a width. How wide is it gonna be? And this is in pixels, 500 pixels. The alt attribute, it's really important. If you try to validate the page, it's gonna complain if you don't have the alt attribute, because if the image can't load or something, then this text is gonna show. If someone who can't see or sees very badly use these aiding tools that reads the page, then it's gonna use the text here to read what it says. And we have a picture of a penguin. Okay, image tag. We try this link, we see what happens. And we get the image of the penguin. If you do this, I'm very happy. We want some style, perhaps, change the background color. We go to style.css. And here we have predefined the body element, you know, the thing that we can see. We have a margin, 8 pixels auto. This is a shorthand to center it. We have 8 pixel margin up and down and auto on the sides. So it centers the body. The background is white and it's 700 pixels wide. Perhaps here you can change. You don't have to use hex code like this is. You can write yellow, background yellow. And to be extra I like it better when it's background color. Then I can look at it and I see, okay, this is a color. I reload and it hurts the eyes a bit, but it's yellow. We change it to light blue, perhaps. Oh, it's not so pretty, but it's changed. So if you do this, much of a adaptation, a bit more text, I'm happy, and it's okay if you're aiming for the higher grade. I want you to change the text, write about yourself, change the background color or something in the CSS file, and fix the links. so it's working. Okay. Well, I didn't fix it. Ah, I only fixed it on the first page. Okay. All good. Email me if you are unclear with something. This was a really crash course in website development, but that's not why we are here. We're not gonna learn HTML and CSS. But now you have looked at it, you tried it, and you know what it is. Have a good one, and let me know if you wonder something. Bye bye!